Some of the most damaging financial beliefs out there don't sound wrong. They sound like common sense. They get passed down through families, repeated by friends, reinforced by how we grew up thinking about money, and because they feel reasonable, most people never stop to question them. In this video, I'm going to walk through 6 of the most common money myths, beliefs that are widely held, feel completely logical, and are quietly costing people real money every year. Some of these might challenge something you've believed for a long time. That's intentional. Let's get into it. Myth number 1. I'll get serious about saving once my income goes up. This one sounds like a plan. It's actually a trap. And here's why. There's a well-documented pattern in personal finance called lifestyle inflation. Every time income rises, spending tends to rise right along with it. The bigger paycheck brings a nicer car, a larger home, more dining out, upgraded vacations. By the time the raise arrives, there's somehow still nothing left to save. Studies consistently show that savings rate, the percentage of income you save, has almost no correlation with income level. People earning $100,000 a year are often no more financially secure than people earning $60,000 a year because their expenses have scaled accordingly. The fix isn't waiting for more income. It's deciding what percentage of your current income to save and automating it now, before lifestyle has a chance to absorb any future raises. When the next raise does come, split it. Let half improve your lifestyle and direct the other half straight into savings. That's how income growth actually builds wealth instead of just raising the ceiling on spending. Myth number 2. Investing in the stock market is too risky for regular people. It's just gambling with extra steps. This belief keeps more people from building wealth than almost any other. And it's understandable. Market downturns are dramatic. The news covers them heavily, and losses feel intensely personal. But the comparison to gambling falls apart under any scrutiny. Gambling is a zero-sum game with negative expected value. For every winner, there's a loser, and the house takes a cut. Long-term stock market investing is not zero-sum. You're buying ownership stakes in real businesses that produce goods, earn revenue, and grow over time. The historical long-run return of the U.S. stock market is approximately 10% annually before inflation, roughly 7% after. No decade has been guaranteed, but over 20 or 30-year periods, the market has never failed to recover and grow. Here's the real risk that this myth ignores. Not investing. Money sitting in cash or a low-yield account loses purchasing power to inflation every year, silently and without drama. Over 20 years, the risk of being too conservative is far greater than the risk of short-term market volatility for money you won't need soon. The answer to market risk isn't to avoid the market. It's to invest in diversified, low-cost index funds and stay invested through the downturns, which is exactly what long-term compounding requires. Myth number 3. Your home is your best investment. Home ownership builds equity, provides stability, and offers real financial benefits. But calling your primary residence your best investment glosses over some important realities. First, the return on residential real estate is lower than most people assume. After accounting for property taxes, maintenance, insurance, and transaction costs, the real inflation-adjusted return on housing has historically been close to 1% annually over the long run, far below what a diversified stock portfolio has produced. Second, your home is illiquid. You can't sell 10% of your house when you need cash. You can't rebalance it. The equity is locked until you sell or borrow against it. Third, it's not diversified. For many people in their 40s and 50s, the majority of their net worth is tied up in one property in one location. That's significant concentration risk. None of this means homeownership is a mistake. It absolutely makes sense for most people as a place to live, a form of forced savings, and a long-term inflation hedge. But treating your home as your primary financial plan, while underinvesting in retirement accounts, is a strategy that leaves people house-rich and cash-poor in retirement. Your home and your investment portfolio both belong in the picture. Neither one replaces the other. I know if any of these are challenging assumptions you've held for a while, that's exactly what this channel is here for. Drop a like if you're finding it valuable, and let's keep going. 3 more myths to cover. Myth number 4. I shouldn't invest until all my debt is paid off. This belief feels responsible. In some cases, it's correct. But applied as a blanket rule, it causes people to delay investing for years or even decades, and the compounding they miss during that time is very difficult to recover. The math here matters. If you're carrying a credit card at 22% interest, yes, eliminating that debt delivers a guaranteed 22% return that no investment reliably matches. Pay it off aggressively first. But if your remaining debt is a 4% mortgage or a 3.5% car loan, the math flips. Historical stock market returns of 7 to 8% annually make a strong case for investing while making regular payments on low-rate debt. You're likely to come out ahead over time by doing both simultaneously. There's also one scenario where you should always invest before paying extra on any debt. If your employer offers a 401k match, a 50% or 100% match is an immediate guaranteed return that outperforms even the highest interest debt. Leaving that match on the table to pay down a 5% loan is a costly mistake. The right rule isn't no investing until debt-free. It's eliminate high-interest debt aggressively, capture every dollar of employer match, and do both where the math supports it. Myth number 5. Social Security will take care of me in retirement. This is one of the most financially dangerous assumptions a person in their 40s or 50s can hold, not because Social Security is going away, but because it was never designed to be a primary income source. Social Security replaces approximately 40% of the average worker's pre-retirement income. Financial planners generally recommend planning for 70 to 90% of your pre-retirement income to maintain your standard of living in retirement. That leaves a gap of 30 to 50 percentage points that has to come from somewhere else. Personal savings, a pension if you have one, part-time income, or investment distributions. For a household spending $70,000 a year in retirement, Social Security might cover $28,000 of that. The remaining $42,000 per year has to come from personal savings. At a 4% withdrawal rate, that requires a portfolio of over $1 million just to cover the gap. Social Security is a meaningful and important benefit, especially if you delay claiming to increase your monthly amount. But it is a foundation, not a full structure. The rest has to be built deliberately, and the earlier that building starts, the less painful it is. Myth number 6. You need a significant amount of money before investing makes sense. This one used to be closer to true. There was a time when brokerage accounts had high minimum balances, mutual fund minimums were in the thousands, and trading fees made small investments impractical. That's no longer the case. Most major brokerages today, Fidelity, Schwab, Vanguard, have zero account minimums and zero trading commissions on index funds and ETFs. Fractional shares let you buy a portion of a stock or fund for as little as $1. A $50 monthly contribution into a broad market index fund is a real investment that compounds meaningfully over 20 years. The barrier isn't the amount, it's the start. Waiting until you have enough to make it feel real is how years pass without anything invested. $100 in the market today, left alone for 20 years at 7%, becomes $387. The same $100 that stays in a low-yield account becomes about $120. The amount matters far less than the decision to begin. 6 myths. Each one sounds reasonable. Each one costs people money when it goes unexamined. You don't have to wait for a raise to save. The market isn't gambling. Your home is one asset, not your entire financial plan. Low-rate debt and investing can coexist. Social Security covers roughly 40% of what most people need, and there is no minimum required to start. The common thread across every one of these myths is that they're all reasons to delay. And delay is the one thing that compound interest punishes most. The best financial decisions are the ones made now, with what you have, where you are. If this channel is giving you a clearer picture of how money actually works, subscribe. There's more coming. I'll see you in the next one.